We were supposed to run today. Well, things don't always work out as planned.
Sydney is a place that always feels busy and alive. But this early in the morning, there's not a lot of people around.
I figured once again I would change it up this week because, we've run in circles in the previous weeks. Been there, done that. And last week we ran in the shape of a square. But this week we're going to run a half marathon in the shape of a triangle. The problem is the park that I picked out is closed off. Totally my mistake. I had no idea. And you probably can't even see the triangle from here because it's dark out. I'm still planning to run in the shape of a triangle. I just likely need to drop off my bag now somewhere. And when it's brighter out, I'll show you what it looks like. Enough stalling, let's get to it.
However, as I started walking around trying to find another place to run while also being able to look after my bag, the sun started to come up.
So yeah, I had to cut my run a little bit short. I just felt like putting my bag around wasn't as safe as I would have liked. So yeah, I might go grab a snack and just explore a little bit more of the city before I head off. I'll definitely make up the run because we're definitely gonna run this triangle. It's just I'm gonna need to find a better location that's not closed. And yeah, we'll see how it goes.
I figured I would do some exploration, not just of the city, but also back at Darling Harbor and Darling Quarter. Of course, I had to go show you where I couldn't run. Unfortunate, but at least it gave me the opportunity to explore this area a little bit more and admire the things I never stopped to see.
To be honest, pretty sad about this morning. It's just because I can't really find a place to put my bag. I thought I could just put it somewhere nearby. We'll try again another time. While I'm here, anyways, I might as well just check out Darling Harbor. I haven't really seen it in a while. I used to live nearby when I was at university here, and I never really explored this area. I mean, things have changed quite a lot since I've last been here. Like, I didn't have this park or this playground before when I was here. And more or less, I've never really checked out a lot of these buildings. That's the thing about Sydney, things just keep changing, and I figure I should check them out. To be honest, it was a little bit my mistake today. I honestly just Google Maps that triangle in this Tumbalong Park, to be exact, and I thought it would be open. I literally have been just scrolling through Google Maps trying to find triangles on the map, but equilateral triangles are a little hard to find.
So it looks like this morning turned out more so as a morning walk rather than a morning run, which is okay because I got to check out Darling Harbor, and there were tons of runners running all around today. Eventually I realized that I should start going, so of course I made my way to Darling Square. It was still way too early, so it was pretty much empty all around here.
We're at Darling Square now, and it's pretty empty. Not surprised, because it's bright and early, 7 o'clock in the morning. Other than that, just gonna check out the city a little bit more, and then we'll head back. So I was essentially wondering why there were so many cones around near Darling Harbor, and I realized today is actually Harbor 10. So there were so many runners just running around. Honestly, kind of jealous. That's okay. These things happen. All we have to do is just make some changes. So I wasn't expecting to do this, but I was thinking about trying this new matcha place.
The one thing about being out and about early in the morning is that I can try new things just right when they open up. Plus, this place that I wanted to try wasn't too far away. So I thought maybe I'd bring something home for Brenda and I. So we're back home now. I gave Brenda her matcha as well. She's out this morning, so it's just me and Sprout for the next few hours. Honestly, the morning was a little different than I expected, but I've been trying to explore a little bit more of Sydney just to mix it up a little bit. The shop was a little unique. It was just this divot within the building, pretty close to where I used to stay when I was studying at university. Overall, pretty happy. So I've been trying to make a commitment to myself. Because I have all these runs coming up, I need to eat a little bit healthier. These Uncle Toby's have been doing me wonders. I usually eat about one of these sachets right before my runs. I've been also trying to experiment with ready-made meals and trying to eat less fried food. Not saying I've been completely successful, but I've definitely noticed a difference. I know some people track their calories and their macros to the very T, but I find with running, because I'm running such long distances, it gives me a little bit more of an excuse to eat a little bit more. So all I've been trying to do is making sure I eat enough and minimize those unhealthy sugars and fats.
And let's not forget about drinking enough water. Ever since I picked up running again for the year, I have been feeling extra dehydrated. So making sure I have enough water in the fridge and making sure I have enough water in my water pouches for when I run has been an essential need. These feel like obvious changes, but building up the habit to continuously make sure that I'm eating right, going to the gym, running, of course, has been a bit of a change in the past few months. Contrasting these habits versus when it was summertime. And overall, I feel a lot more healthier because of these small little changes. Speaking of changes, I've been thinking lately of posting back on X, formerly known as Twitter, and I know the gut reaction. The reason being, X, Twitter, is the primary place where people build cool stuff. Engineers, startup founders, or just people sharing cool side projects. I mean, it's not like I haven't posted on X before. Just like each social media platform, there's an art form to it. The way you write the posts, the way you attach images and media, the way you say things. What is your own creative writing style? This is a little bit out of my wheelhouse. I wouldn't really call myself a yapper, and now I have to figure out how to yap through text posts. But given this indie hacker startup space online, I think it'll be beneficial to have a presence for when the time comes. I know that this little change won't be easy, and I'm still completely unaware of what exactly I should be posting on there, but we'll figure it out. And if you haven't realized already, I'm trying to build a side project that can help content creators. I understand the difficulty when it comes to the editing process of filtering through all these different types of clips, of having gigabytes of film, trying to find the best moments in the clips, putting them on a timeline, color grading them, adding video effects, adding sound effects, and the list goes on. However, I think this process could be easier. That's why I think having a bit of a presence online for when the time comes and when I need users or people just to test the thing, people will be there. I understand that everything needs to be authentic, and AI can just help you understand what might be working on the platform. I'm thinking about posting more about build updates, and at the same time, I want to grow the account and hopefully find some like-minded individuals, plus finding more indie devs as well, because I think it'd be pretty interesting to understand how people are launching their products. Yeah, so there's a lot more to learn. I think Sprout's ready for her afternoon nap. It's getting a little bit more cloudier today. Bit of a contrast to the morning where it's a little bit sunny. So in the past few weeks, I've been posting a lot more. This is likely going to be vlog number 7, where I've been able to post videos back to back to back to back. Obviously, I film these on the weekends or whenever I have a little bit of time. Then I quickly put everything onto a timeline in Premiere Pro, finding the best shots to tell somewhat of a story in these vlogs. Add the video effects, the sound effects, export the video, and then try to mock together a bunch of thumbnails. In contrast to my previous, I guess you would say, strategy of posting on this channel, where I would spend most of my time curating each shot to the finest of detail. Good examples of those super edited, highly scripted videos are my day in the lives, as well as the Japan video that I made. I knew it was coming up, so I planned a little bit ahead, making sure to figure out what shots I needed so that I can get out a video and tell a little bit of a story. But unfortunately, those videos took a very long time, meaning that I wouldn't be able to post for maybe at least a month or so, which wasn't really good what I was trying to grow. I love the shots, they look amazing, but it was a big investment into a video that may or may not do as well as I would have hoped. Plus, I feel like I was missing a little bit of those raw moments of authenticity. I mean, I really wouldn't be able to speak directly to the camera like I am right now, and I feel like there's a lot to say, especially when it comes around to this building a side project. So my mindset has ultimately changed. Beautifully curated cinematic shots has their place, but the most important part of this journey is showing up, and I can't show up if I'm not posting it. I think it's time for Sprout to eat her lunch. So factoring the time that I have to film videos, edit them, as well as spending some time to actually code this side project, I want to make sure I'm spending my time properly. Who knows if I'll be keeping up with this once a week cadence, but yeah, it's better than posting once every 3 months. So lately, I've been playing a lot with V0. If you don't know V0, it's essentially ChatGPT, but for website development. You can prompt exactly what you're looking for in a website and it will spit out to the best of its ability a website. I've been using it for work, but I thought it could help me with a little bit of a change. So if you've watched my Monday in the Life video, you'll know that I created a personal portfolio website. I coded it last year, but there's definitely a lot of improvements to the website that I wish I could have made. For example, I never really got this subscriber counter to sync up properly to my YouTube channel. I also wish that the YouTube video would actually play my latest long form video. Little tweaks here and there. These little cards here with the colors, I made them as PNG photos when really I think they should have been SVGs. There's that. And after I let that generate, all I had to do was just tweak the little errors that it was missing. Was it an exact replica of my previous website? Absolutely not. Were there a little bit of improvements that it made to make it a little bit better from a style and usability standpoint? Absolutely. For example, instead of each of the social media cards being clickable, I wanted it to have an icon link in the very corner so someone can't just misclick it. I had this issue on mobile where I was just trying to scroll and then I fat fingered clicking on the link, sending me to my Instagram page. Not good usability. And it was able to create the functions to connect to my YouTube channel, something that I didn't know how to mock before. To be honest, I'm genuinely pretty impressed. In the end, I want to make sure that I can iterate upon this project because of course it's my portfolio. It should be modular, imposable, and I should understand the code. But I would say that there's still one more thing that I need to do.
So today didn't really go as expected, but that's okay. These things happen. Life happens, and it's totally up to you to decide how you want to react to it. So although you may want a triangle, you might want to consider changing it up a little bit.